Hey guys and girls, what's going on? Verdi here, and I'm making a video today because a lot of shit's been going on, as you know, with my life and with with everything that's going on. I had a baby. I mean, I've been on hiatus for a bit. I haven't been putting out video content regularly and stuff like that. And I know you guys understand, and I just wanted to say how much I appreciate it. I haven't gotten one message, saying like, you go to hell, piece of shit, you stop making videos and whatnot. I think I've put out like 3 or 4 videos in the past like 2.5, 3 weeks. And 2 of those have been the podcast. So anyway, it's just one of those things that I want to thank you guys for. I want to sincerely thank Anakin. I want to thank Zombie Lady. I want to thank Anakin and his wife. They did a lot of coaching and helping me out quite a bit, and they sent me a nice gift, which was spectacular. So I can't thank them enough. They are absolutely awesome. Zombie Lady, she preferred to be anonymous with her gift, but she can fuck off, because I thank people when they send me gifts. That's just the way I do it in America. I know I probably should respect her on that aspect, but she didn't tell me to do it beforehand. So really want to thank you. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you what she got me. And no, she didn't get this. She didn't get this from me. She got it for Sammy. But this is what it was. If you can believe it, this is probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I'd show you what Anakin and his wife got, but it was a lot. So it was a lot of stuff. But this is, if you don't know what this is, you've never played Minecraft. This is a creeper from Minecraft, the onesie. So it's freaking sweet. But Anakin and his wife got me a whole box of stuff for Sammy, and it's just so awesome. So thank you both very much. Thank you guys, my subscribers, for everything. And what I wanted to do today was I wanted to introduce you guys to Sammy. I wanted you guys to be able to say hey to him. So let me get him real quick, and I'll explain to you guys a little bit before I show him to you. I'll explain to you. Well, I'll explain to you after I show him to you. Kind of what went down. But so without further ado. Look here! Look at them! This, my friends, is Sammy. This is my little son, and he is probably the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. Okay, I mean, no, you're looking away from the camera. There you go. Look right at him, dude. Look, hey, look. See here? See that? Look, that's what you look at. Look at it. Now, you guys are extremely lucky, because he's 2 weeks and a day old. He doesn't open his eyes. He's looking at the TV, because I got Pokemon on this TV over here. So he's like, oh yeah. But he is the pride and joy of my life. If you've never had a child before, you don't understand what this means to you, and this is coming from somebody who beforehand I whenever somebody have a child or something, I'd be like, I don't understand what you're so excited about. It's a little thing. You've got to change his diaper, you've got to watch over him every 2 seconds, and it just seems like a lot of work. I mean, it literally is a full-time job. There's no doubt about it. The mom and dad having to do whatever they can for this little guy. They cost a ton of money. There's so much stuff you have to do for him. Come here. You gain these worries that you've never had before in your life. If you've ever you've loved somebody in your life before, and when you love your child, every time he sneezes, every time he cries, I can't tell you how many times during the night I wake up and just just touch him to make sure he's still going, you know. You just don't understand it until it actually happens. And to those of my fans that I know are parents, that have given me, you know, tips and stuff like that. Anakin, MPRC, his name is Paul. Huge supporter of mine. I also want to thank Paul as well for he also gave Sammy a nice little gift. It's to those people that really understand it, and until you hold these little bundles of greatness in your hand and really understand that they're a miracle. You can't deny some divinity. So you know, he's definitely taken up a lot of my time, which is one reason I haven't been putting out a lot of videos. But you can look at his little face here, look into his eyes. Oh, he's hungry. That's what that means. And you can tell that they're worth every single second you put into it. I know, you'll feed in a minute. He's looking for a boob. But see, watch this, watch. My hands are clean. I wash my hands every 3 seconds with this little guy. I swear to God, my skin's gonna fall off because I just feel like every time I touch him, if I'm not sanitized, he's gonna get sick or something, you know. And I don't want that. Don't want that for him. I got this picture here. If you guys haven't seen it, it's my wallpaper. But I got him holding an Xbox controller. So he's already started his gaming. I was playing Modern Warfare the other day, and I think it was my brother's girlfriend was holding him, and you know, he's just sitting there watching the screen. I'm like, don't you worry, dude. You're gonna be getting AC-130s, you know, soon enough. But unfortunately, as you can tell, he didn't come out with a beard. Doesn't have a beard yet, and that's okay. He'll have one soon enough. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna put him down. So that's Sammy, guys. I told you guys I wanted to bring him in, and I wanted to formally introduce him this way because there's going to be a ton of videos. There's so much that a little kid does that is hilarious. There's so many things that I do to him to kind of troll him a little bit, get him ready for what's to come, because you know, I'm a prankster, I'm a troll, I'm a jokester. And you know, that's just the way I am. I like to play those tricks on on people, and you know, messing with him is just too much fun. You know, when you blow on their belly or whatnot, and their eyes go up and their hands go out like they're trying to catch something. You know, stuff like that. It's really funny. And you know, come about, I'd say 1 more week or two, I'm going to start getting him into a schedule and training him to stay awake from 5 to 7 in the evening. That way he'll sleep throughout the night, which he's doing a good job anyway. But this is going to be a pretty long video, so I might split it into 2 parts. So I'll give you a little rundown of what happened. I just want to tell you my life, kind of give you what happened and how miraculous it was. And if you don't want to watch, I completely understand. But I feel like telling my story. So this is kind of what happened on that day. You know, we got to the hospital, Brittany and myself, and it was right after I made that video I put online. You know, I was like, here we go. We're you know, I'm literally minutes away. I'm minutes away. Brittany's having to take him away because he's hungry. Ooh. We're minutes away from going into the hospital, or going to the hospital, and you know, I was like, I'm not going to be putting a video up for a while, so I wanted to get you guys, ready for that, and so I did. You know, I went ahead and put that video out, and in that video, I am so freaking excited. I'm so nervous, everything at the same time. And it's so cool. It was at that moment that I realized how awesome it would be to do a video documentary series where I document not just my gaming life, but also fill you in on that, because going back and watching that, it is absolutely amazing how much I've learned from now, or from then to now. The amount of knowledge. If you guys hear him crying, it's going to happen. That's something to get used to. Sammy's going to be appearing in every one of my videos. Luckily, he doesn't cry very much, but anyway. But from what I've learned, you know, it's just been insane. So we got to the hospital and we got in there, and it was one hell of an experience, because, you know, you go back, you walk in there, your wife's standing beside you, she's walking in, and you sign in, and they're like, all right, well, there's no other babies being delivered today. Are you ready to go? And we're like, yeah, I think so, you know. And, you know, for me, I've read all online. I've prepared. I've been like, yeah, you know, I'm ready to go. I've been reading. I know how to take care of a damn baby. I know how to wash a baby. I know how to hold a baby. Just give me a little fucker. But I get in there, and, you know, I start to shake. Brittany gets into the bed, and she's laying there, and they start, you know, pumping her with IVs and whatnot. And Brittany's like scared of needles and whatnot. And so, you know, once that starts hitting, you know, I'm starting to like get. I'll tell you a funny story that happened to me. Very, very embarrassing story. I'm a very big guy. I mean, you could see when I was holding Sammy. I'm a very large guy. And so when we get in there, all of our family comes in. They're talking to us, and they bring me what looks like a space suit. It's white. It's just, you know, it's just a space suit. And I'm like, okay, so I look at this thing, and I'm like, okay, so I need to probably unrobe and put this thing on. So I do. I take my pants off, and I put it on. Well, little do I know, because I'm not looking down. I'm not even thinking about it. I'm just making sure Brittany's okay. This thing is see-through. And because I'm a big guy, you know, I couldn't have put it on with my jeans on. So so now I'm taking off my pants. I'm in my boxer shorts, and I'm putting them on. And the nurse walks in and looks at me, and she's like, "Do you not have any pants on?" And I look down, and it's about then that I realize you can see through the sumbitch. And I'm like, "Oh shit! You're supposed to keep your pants on." And I was like, and they're laughing at me. My mother-in-law wants to come in and take a picture. My sister-in-law wants to come in and look. It's funny. My mother-in-law doesn't even listen to me. She actually walks in there, so I'm pissed off about that. So they had to give me a whole new outfit to wear, because that one wouldn't fit. I don't see, you know, honestly, that's pretty stupid for them to only have one size of the outfit, because it was small. I mean, really small. I mean, Gage he probably could even have fit in it. That was a crack at Gage being skinny. But anyway, so we get back to the back, and and basically it was crazy. It was one of these things where you're not sure what's going to happen, and they start to wheel Brittany back, and you know, this is a hard time for anybody. You know, this is a very hard time. You're really just anxious. You're nervous. And for her, God, I can't imagine what she was thinking, you know. You can only watch and read so much before it actually comes down to business, and you have to go in and do it yourself. So I'm just trying to be as calm as I can. And so we get her going back there, and the whole family's out front. I mean, there's literally probably 50, 60 people out in the front, which we'll get to that shit later. And then we get her in there, and I don't know if you guys know what a spinal block is, but when they put that thing in there, it's a needle about that long, and it's about as big around as Medina's dick, and very, very small. Like I mean, it's small in comparison, but to a needle, it's huge. And they shove that into her spine. I mean, this thick all the way in, and you know, it's like, oh, Jesus Christ. What this does is it blocks off the pain from their waist down. You can't feel anything. And then they started going, and literally about 7 minutes later, you know, I'm talking to her. I'm just trying to keep her focused on me rather than what they're doing. And 7 minutes later, man, I heard him cry for the first time. I heard and I swear to God, if you've ever had a surreal experience, whether good or bad, it's when your body your soul leaves your body, and you become so dizzy you can't even think, you can't even fathom what's happening. You're just like, whoa, what was that? And I hear him cry again and again, and I look down. Brittany's in shock, and it was crazy. They said you can look over and see your baby, and there was a wall, in front of us, so that we couldn't see what was happening to her. And I know this sounds really funny and weird, but I was scared to death to look past there to see my baby. One, I didn't want him to be black. Can't believe I said that. I'm cutting that out. I didn't want to look past the wall. I don't know why. I was just scared, I was very scared. And I literally inched over, like, and I look over there and I just see him and he's perfect, And I turned to Brittany and I was just like, I see him, he's perfect. There's nothing wrong with him, he's beautiful. And about that time, because they have to get some of the fluid out of their lungs, and they have to do all that. And one of my main scares was, I was like, I want to make sure as soon as that baby's out, I'm gonna do a Dwight Schrute from The Office. I'm gonna mark his ass with a marker. That way I know it's mine. But they strap bracelets on him, and they actually put a buzzer on his leg. Now, this device, this is so badass. This device makes it so that if that little baby gets anywhere near an elevator or a staircase, it shuts the whole floor down. Everything goes dead. Nobody can move. Nobody can leave. So nobody can steal that baby. So his little thing had a number on it, and I was wearing a wrist bracelet, and so was Brittany, so that they knew to match, Sammy to us. And so it was spectacular. I mean, it was something else. And then they gave me the baby. And they told me to stand up and walk out. Well, I'm wearing this mask, and here I didn't know how to wear a mask properly. So if you've ever seen those masks the doctors wear, they've got this little metal strip here so that you can form to your nose. Well, I formed the fuck out of that thing down to my nose, and it was blocking my nose down. Well, I've been sitting there for 20 minutes. Well, come to find out, you can't do that. Why? Because you're not getting enough damn oxygen back, and so I'm about to pass out. Not because I'm like freaking out, but because I'm not getting enough oxygen. And the lady comes over there and she looks at me and she's like, "Oh God!" And she takes it and she pulls it out. And she's like, "You got to have it pulled out a little bit." And then all of a sudden, oxygen started rushing in. I was like, so when they handed Sammy to me, I didn't want to hold him. At first, I didn't want to, because I was like, if I pass out, I'm going to drop the little guy. But it all went away as soon as they handed him to me, and I start walking out. And, man, it was something. I'll tell you what. Worst part about the whole experience was being bombarded. As you walk down this hallway. It's a long hallway. And as you're walking down, there's these doors. And behind those doors are... it's just a pack of 80 dogs waiting, and each of them has a camera, and they are just like literally doing flips and back flips, wall runs and shit, they can't wait to see that baby. And if you don't know where I'm going, it's my family. My family's just standing there, and Brittany's family just going crazy, and it was insane. It was one of those things. I just didn't want to go out there. I was just like. And then they opened the door. I don't even remember. All I did, I was like, all right, to keep myself from going apeshit crazy, and I have anger issues, and to keep me from getting angry and going off on somebody, I just stared at his face the whole time. And I stood there for about, I don't know, I can't tell time. I couldn't tell time then. And then the nurse tapped me on the shoulder, and she's like, "Hey, we can leave at any time." I was like, "All right, we're leaving." And they're still trying to take pictures. It was like the stupid asses didn't know how to work the fucking cameras. Cameras they had forever. Now they can't figure out how to work them. So it was pretty. It was one of the most insane experiences of my life. It is the best experience of my life. I mean, you saw his face. You saw him. He is literally the most perfect thing I've ever seen. You can't put words to the way he makes you feel. when you hold him, and know that he depends on you, and that someday he's going to grow up to look up to you, and he's going to grow up to be you, really makes you set an example for yourself. And the learning, you know, what I learned in that time was just beyond anything you could ever learn anywhere else. It's one of those things that I now know, you know, it's, if somebody came to me and said, hey, I'm about to be a dad, can you give me any advice? I can say, no, I can't. I can't give you anything, because it's like a fingerprint, alright? No two fingerprints are the same, ever. And no experience is ever the same, you know? And it makes me think, one of our friends, and I know I'm just talking here, but you know, this is kind of an idea of what my blog channel would be about if I make one. But a friend of ours, her baby was born, you know, and her esophagus isn't attached, you know, to her stomach and all that, and her, you know, her lungs, and it just, still to this day, she can't function. It's been over a year now, and I cannot imagine, for the first year of my baby's life, not being able to sit there. And so when he came out, and they're saying, this is fine, he's perfect here, he's perfect there, he's perfect here, and then you look at him and know he's perfect, you know, you can't think, you can't be more blessed in this world. So, you know, it's been a while since I told you guys I would put a video of him up. I told you guys I wanted you to see him, and I told you you'd be flooded with them. And I want you guys to know that you will be, because this damn iPhone, let me show you my iPhone because it's pretty sad. I'm getting it fixed pretty soon. This iPhone, it's all cracked as shit, is the most convenient way to make a YouTube video. I can make a YouTube video right now and upload it, and it'll be online pretty much within the minute that I shoot it. And babies do shit all the time that are funny. I mean, probably not to everybody, but the first time he ever laughed, which, you know, infants don't laugh. They really don't understand things, and if they do laugh, it's because they're dreaming. If I'd had that on tape, that would have been online. That would have been online. But before I put any videos of him online, I wanted to introduce him to you formally, and I just wanted to kind of tell you about what I've been going through. I mean, you know, the past 2.5 weeks have been some of the most stressful of my life and my wife's life. We've never experienced anything like this before, and you won't experience it. That's what I'm saying. You cannot prepare. The only way you can prepare is to already have a kid and know kind of what's going to happen. And even then, it takes a different road. You know, our next kid, he could cry every second of the day, unlike Sammy. You know, he cries when he's hungry. He cries when he's got a poop, or he's got gas or something. You know, he cries at those moments, but he sleeps, you know. And the next one could be totally different than that. So there's nothing to prepare us for us. When we brought him in this door, and that door closed, and we didn't have a nurse there every 3 hours to help us out, it becomes very scary, and it becomes very stressful. And for me to, you know, after you know, staying up all night making sure Brittany got all the sleep she needed, for me to go to come and turn on this hog, put on a headset and go, hey guys, what's going on? Verdia here. Let's do Infamous. That would have been impossible. And it still is a lot impossible. I'll tell you, you know, I'm going to be honest with you, even just from the stress alone of the past 2 weeks, I've had to start taking medication to help. You know, some people, they deal with that stress very well. And as you guys know, I have anger issues, and that stems from anxiety. And that's one reason that, you know, that I've had such a hard time. And getting back into the videos and stuff, it's going to take me a little bit. I'm going to try and put up random videos. I've been playing some Death Spank. I've been playing some Bastion. I've been playing some, let's see, I went and bought Beautiful Joe 1 and 2. And those are really good games. Been playing a lot of Devil May Cry 4. I know it's kind of glary, but and then this game sucks balls. Don't buy it. But once I get back into the groove of things, I'm coming back full force. I'm not quitting. Don't you worry about it. To be honest, there was a stint there after he was born, you know, and I was holding him. I was just like, I'm never going back. All of my time will be dedicated to him. But, you know, this isn't a necessary thing to give you guys, I think. And I know Sammy, once he grows up, this is what he's going to want to do this too. And nobody, you know, I'm not going to stop just because of that. I don't think, if I ever thought that me doing this would hurt me being a good father, I would stop. But I don't think it will. As far as my cursing and raging, that definitely does have to come down. Luckily, he's not at a point right now where cursing, you know, he could catch on to that. But babies' minds are like sponges, and they will learn those words very, very well. As a matter of fact, a friend of mine, her little baby, he was calling pizza pussy the whole time. So they're saying, hey, is that some good pizza? He'd be like, yeah, it's some good pussy. God. Whew. But I can only imagine, you know, what his first words will be. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you very much for watching. It's been one hell of a ride, and it's gonna get even crazier. It's only been two weeks and a day. He just turned 2 weeks yesterday. We have one heck of an adventure, and the way I look at life, guys, and the way I look at anything is, if you're going into something very hard, very difficult, very unwanting, in the moment, it seems like the worst possible thing you could ever take on. But in the end, what it does is it gives you the ammo that fuels us as beings. And what we are in life are storytelling animals. It gives you stories, it gives you things to say, it gives you things to pass on. And I'm sure, and I hope through my channel, I've given you one or two or maybe a multitude of things to pass on, you know, that you've told your friends and family, or something that's just made you laugh. And even though that this endeavor of being a dad, for me, has been hard and sometimes just made me want to just fall to one knee and just say, God, I give up. It's given me at least one story to tell you here today. So I want to thank you very much for sticking with me and being so patient. I want to thank again, you know, anybody who's helped me out. I want to thank Zombie, Anakin, Paul. If I forgot anybody, God, I swear to God, I'm so sorry. My mind is just not here. It's not been here very much. Anyway, guys, hopefully we can get some game stuff up, and I hope you don't mind staring at the cutest little baby in the world, Sammy, because you're going to be seeing quite a bit of them. Take care, guys. We'll see you later.